Episode 5, The Eternal Fracture. *K Midnight Mummers, stop scrolling, this is the finale that'll leave you checking your mirrors twice. Imagine plunging into a bottomless pit of shadows, your loved one's voice your only lifeline, while an ancient evil whispers your deepest fears. Aryan's about to face the ultimate horror, losing himself forever. Will he save Maya, or shatter into the abyss? You won't believe the twists, stick around till the end, or you'll regret it. Midnight Mummers, welcome to the heart-stopping close of Willow Creek's curse, where every shadow hides a secret, and the price of truth might just be your soul. The house has claimed too many, now it's Aryan's turn to break free, or break apart. Aryan plummeted into the quicksand, the mimic Maya's cracked grip like burning coals on his arm, her giggle turning into a screech that echoed through the night. The ground wasn't just earth, it was alive, pulsing with a sickly warmth, roots twisting around his legs like serpents coiling for the kill. Mud sucked at his chest, filling his mouth with the taste of decay and something metallic, like old blood. Destroy the locket, it's their anchor, Maya's real voice pleaded again, faint as a dying echo, cutting through the chaos. His free hand fumbled desperately, fingers numb from the cold seeping into his bones, and he finally grasped the locket, its metal scorching his palm. With a roar of defiance mixed with raw grief, he slammed it against a jagged root protruding from the muck. The chain snapped, the photo inside crumpling, runes exploding in a flash of ethereal light that lit up the garden like a lightning strike. A deafening wail ripped through the air, not one voice, but a symphony of tormented souls, the entities howling as if their very essence was being torn apart. The mimic Maya convulsed, her porcelain face shattering into a web of cracks, eyes rolling back to reveal glowing voids. She released him with a final, hateful snarl, her body dissolving into the quicksand like melting wax, bubbles of iridescent ooze rising where she sank. The ground trembled, loosening its hold just enough for Aryan to claw his way out, gasping and covered in filth, his body a map of throbbing cracks that now spiderwebbed across his torso. He collapsed on the grass, tears mixing with mud on his face, emotions crashing over him, relief tangled with despair, love for Maya warring with the terror that she might be gone forever. But the house loomed silent now, its windows dark, as if holding its breath. Had he done it? Or had he just unleashed something worse? Staggering to his feet, Aryan felt the entity inside him weaken, its whispers fading to a murmur, but not gone. Oh no, it clung like a parasite, waiting. The cracks on his skin pulsed faintly, a reminder that he was changing, becoming something not quite human. He pushed through the back door, the wood creaking like a sigh, and the interior had shifted again. The foyer stretched impossibly long, walls weeping a thin, whispering fluid that formed words before dripping away. You're home now. His heart pounded, suspense building with every step. What if destroying the locket had sealed the entities inside him instead? Paranormal chills raced up his spine as shadows detached from corners, forming fleeting shapes, children's hands reaching, then vanishing with a giggle. He needed to end this, to find Maya or whatever was left of her. The doll room drew him like a magnet, its door wide open, inviting. Inside, the air was thick, heavy with the scent of dust and something sweeter, like rotting candy. The dolls lay scattered, cracked and lifeless for the first time, but the Maya doll sat upright in the center, its eyes dim but fixed on him. As he approached, a low hum started, vibrating through his bones, and the doll's head tilted slowly, cracks mending before his eyes. Aryan, it whispered in Maya's voice, not the mimic's distortion but her real one, soft and broken. Emotion surged, hope flickering like a dying candle, grief twisting his gut. He knelt, touching its cold face, and a vision slammed into him, Maya trapped in a vast, porcelain labyrinth, her form flickering between flesh and ceramic, calling his name as shadowy figures circled her. The mystery unraveled in fragments. The entities weren't just predators, they were refugees from a shattered realm, drawn to Willow Creek by the ancient meteor crash he'd glimpsed in the newspapers. Eliza hadn't summoned them, she'd accidentally widened the crack with her grief-fueled rituals, turning the house into a bridge between worlds. The dolls were vessels, prisons for souls to feed their endless hunger, and now, with the locket destroyed, the bridge was crumbling, but not without a fight. Aryan felt it, the entity inside him growing desperate, flooding his mind with creepy temptations, visions of him and Maya together forever, playing in eternal twilight, their bodies flawless porcelain, no pain, no loss. No, he muttered, shaking it off, but his hand trembled, the cracks glowing brighter. Suspense thickened as the room came alive. Dust swirled into faces, Eliza's, Mr. Das's, the vanished orphans, all pleading silently before dissipating. The grimoire flipped open on its own, pages burning with runes that seared the air. Aryan grabbed it, ignoring the pain, and read aloud a final incantation he pieced together from Eliza's diary, his voice quavering with emotion. Release the bound, shatter the veil. The words echoed, and the house groaned, floors tilting like a ship in a storm. Shadows coalesced into a massive form, the true entity, no longer hiding behind child masks, a writhing mass of eyes and mouths, tentacles of darkness lashing out. It lunged, wrapping around his legs, injecting icy venom that made the cracks explode with pain. Visions assaulted him, his life unraveling backward, Maya fading into nothing, himself as a doll on a shelf, aware but trapped for eternity. Horror peaked as the entity spoke, its voice a cacophony of stolen souls. You cannot win. We are the fracture in your world. Aryan's body convulsed, cracks spreading to his face, skin flaking like old paint. He felt Maya inside him too, her essence brushing his mind, warm, loving, but weakening. Fight, Aryan, for us. Tears streamed down his cheeks, emotions raw, guilt for bringing her here, fury at the curse, a desperate love that fueled his resistance. In a surge of willpower, he plunged the dagger, still clutched from the ritual, into the entity's core, the blade sinking into shadow like flesh. A shriek pierced the air, inhuman and shattering, windows exploding outward. The mass recoiled, dissolving into wisps that funneled toward the willow in the garden, the tree's trunk splitting open like a wound, revealing a glowing rift. Aryan staggered after it, the house collapsing behind him, walls crumbling, floors buckling, as if the curse was finally breaking. Outside, under a sky cracking with unnatural lightning, the ghostly children materialized one last time, their forms translucent and pitiful, reaching for him with sad eyes. Free us, they whispered, not in malice but in plea. The mystery's final twist hit, they weren't villains, but victims, souls twisted by the entities over centuries. Eliza's daughter, the orphans, all pawns in a cosmic game. With a final, heart-wrenching cry, Aryan hurled the grimoire into the rift, its pages igniting in a blaze that sucked the shadows in. Maya's spirit appeared fully, ethereal and beautiful, her hand touching his cheek. I love you, she said, voice clear, emotions overwhelming him, joy, sorrow, goodbye. She faded into the light, pulling the entities with her, the rift sealing with a thunderous crack. The willow withered, branches dropping like dead limbs, and the house behind him groaned one last time before stilling, just an empty shell now. Aryan collapsed, the cracks on his body fading slowly, but not completely, a faint scar on his hand remained, pulsing occasionally. Dawn broke properly, warm sunlight chasing the shadows, birds singing as if nothing had happened. He stood, alone, the weight of loss heavy but the curse broken. Or was it? As he walked away from Willow Creek, a faint giggle echoed in his mind, not the entities, but his own doubt. What if a piece remained inside him, waiting for the next grief to awaken? The town looked normal, but he knew better, some fractures never fully heal. To be continued. Nah, that's the end, but keep an eye on your reflections, mummers. You never know what's staring back.